Oh, good morning, afternoon, good evening to you, the people of the tube. Hope you're well today, hope you're doing great. This is my hand-painted, homemade version, replica, of Jimi Hendrix's Monterey Pop Festival Strat, which he burnt and then smashed. I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but first... Yeah, love this guitar. This is, I say, hand painted by me and my sister. It did have scratch plate painting, but it wore off from playing, so it's gone now. There's remnants of it, but you have to look really close. So I never did it again. But the body's all there. It's varnished over as well, so it won't wear away. But I say this started out life as a crafter. Very cheap guitar. I got it in a in just like, you know, bargain store. And I wanted to do a really closer replica than Fender's to it, because Fender's, if you compare the two, if you compare Jimmy's with the Fender one doesn't 100% match up, and as a Hendrix nut, I didn't like that so much. Like, for instance, like the flower on the top horn here is coloured in on the Fender one, it wasn't on Jimmy's, and there's spray paint all over the saddles on Jimmy's, and the black line on the scratch plate's missing because he's painted over it. Because you got to bear in mind, like, Jimmy did it. It wasn't neat and tidy, and he did it quickly because at the end of it, he knew he was going to smash the guitar, so he wasn't bothered about getting paint all over it. So, and it was missing a dial there, so I took it off as well. I just got really silly with it, really. I've got a picture on the back of Jimmy burning the guitar, and I've got a really, you know, the last words that Jimi Hendrix kind of probably wrote. On the back as well as a bit of homage to Jimmy. But yeah, as I say, it's a bit of a mess. And what I'll do is after the video is I'll do a separate video and I'll give you a close up of what it actually looks like up close and personal. Because I wanted to get real close to the sound of it. Anyway, I'm going to show you the sounds of this guitar. Just to let you know, these are Tone Rider pickups. Really cool. Kind of not cheap, but they are kind of on a budget pickups. Are really good pickups if you want, like, you know, good Strat sounds. The back two are a 60s set, and the front one's a 50s style Strat. So this is the back pickup. Out of phase, position 2. really great sounding pickups. So hey, Tone Rider pickups, check them out if you get a chance. They really are great sounds. And I say they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. So you know, they're just great pickups. Check them out, really worth it. Yeah, I love this guitar. It's really cool. As I say, you heard the distortion at the beginning, so it does sound monstrous as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to get as close representation of Jimmy's Strat really as I could. So I want it to be messy. I want it to be paint everywhere, and as I'll show you that in a bit. And yeah, I just wanted it to look more right, really. And the Fender one's so expensive, I won't be able to afford that anyway because I'm poor. So there's no way I'd be able to afford it. So making my own really out of a, I think it was like an £80 guitar was kind of like the best option really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna finish with a loop of Hey Joe, and then I'm gonna and after that I'll show you a good close up of it in like really good light, so you kind of like see what I mean by kind of messy, so to say. So let's do that now. Well, let's do Hey Joe now, and then we'll do that afterwards. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again. Well, I'll see you again in a couple of seconds actually. So yeah, let me give you a good close-up of this guitar now. Okie dokie, so close-up of the guitar. As I say, it is a mess. Hopefully you can kind of see, like, you know, there's paint on the saddles there's paint on the jack socket, there's paint all over the top of the scratch plate. It was all over there. It's kind of worn off now as well through playing it. There's a bit of it left around, like, you know, bits where my hand doesn't go. As I say, the scratch plate was done at one point, and there's like remnants of it here and there, but it's, you know, it wore off onto my hand, so, you know. It's just, you know, it's as close as I could get on the budget I had to Jimmy's Strat, and I feel I'm not trying to bash the Fender version, but I feel that Fender, you know, in my opinion, as a Hendrix nut, should have done a better job, really, and I feel like it was, you know, the version they bought out was just too pristine, and it didn't quite match up, and I say that kind of bothered me, and I mean, maybe it shouldn't, but it kind of did. For instance, like little things like, say, that flower on the top horn being coloured in, that kind of annoyed me because it's obvious Jimmy's wasn't, and, you know, certain other things. And I didn't like the backstage pass thing. They, like, sticker of Jimmy they put there. I thought that was a bit ridiculous and a bit silly. I mean, I think you could take it off, but still, either way. I say, yeah, I don't know if I said, but, you know, I said in the earlier bit, there was a scratch plate at one point, but it's all gone now. There's remnants of it, but you really have to kind of, like, you know, get in there with a microscope. I say it started out life as a cheap guitar. I'll show you the back quickly. Ugh. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Trolling arm's kind of got a bit weird. But, yeah, so there's a picture of Jimmy himself burning this guitar. Oh, my God! Yeah, I do a number of the guitars I kind of customise and make differently, and I've got quite a lot of them. This is the only Strat I have with a backplate on it. I don't I'll take all the back plates off, but Jimmy's had it, so this one has it. I got real kind of into the detail. The quote there is from what Jimmy wrote the night he died. I thought it was quite fitting to have on this guitar. Yeah. Even the strap was this was the closest kind of strap I could find to the strap that Jimmy had on his Strat, so it's as close as I could get, really. So let's move you in a bit closer and kind of hopefully get kind of an idea. Like you can see, hopefully there you can see the spray paint all over the jack socket. There all over the saddles. And I say the black line, I say it started to discolour as well because I don't play it as much as I used to, so it kind of lives in a case a bit. But I say the black line on the top of the scratch plate has disappeared. It's all white now. And by the way, too, if you're interested in kind of maybe doing this yourself, what I used for the colouring in, this is actual nail varnish, which I heard Jimmy use, but again, we're never going to know. So the green and the red is nail varnish. The black lines I did with a very, very fine-tipped permanent marker. And we kind of penciled it in first, and then I went over it in a permanent marker to make it kind of stand out a bit more. And we tried to get the dimensions as close as we could. So, you know, there's the top pattern and the bottom pattern. This was a lot harder to see and do. This one was mental. But again, that's nail varnish in there, and they're all around there. I say Jimmy's was missing that one as well, so mine's missing that one. Yeah, just I don't know. I really love it. I think it's a great guitar. Apparently, story goes that the red Strat that Jimmy sacrificed actually wasn't a good guitar, and that's the reason he sacrificed it. He had a choice of quite a few guitars, I think, that night, and this is one he chose to sacrifice. He had his black Strat, which he used for the whole set at the Monterey Pop Festival, and then he changed to this one just to smash it and burn it at the end, doing Wild Thing. And it just, you know, it's so iconic, that moment, say, where he sets this thing on fire. It's just unbelievably iconic. So, hope you enjoyed this video on my Jimi Hendrix Monterey Strat replica, homemade, hand-painted. I say Tone Rider pickups in all three positions, 50s, 60s and the 60s. Yeah, really, really cool guitar, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye now, have a great day.